What's up, everybody? Heroes by the Pint coming back at you. I'm your host, Matthew Ellis, joined by
Chelsea Caslow.
And we are joined each and every week by the producer, Caleb. How you doing, my man?
Good.
Good. You like it?
The beam really throws me off. I got to look on either side of it now. It's really cool, but
we're rocking these new fancy mics.
He shaved today just for the podcast.
That's not really why I shaved. I would have dressed better if that was. But yeah, I had a massive neck beard.
It was like the kind that connects to your chest hair.
It's better than the grout fit, though, right?
Yeah, he's not rocking the grout fit.
I got black sweatpants on today.
Yeah. All right, we're going to be kicking it over to the producer in just a little bit. He's going to be hitting you with the show rundown. Before we do that, ready to hit him with the beer formation.
Once again, it has nothing on the can.
And you did your research because
it up at all. Oh man, this is like their flagship beer, correct?
It's turned into one of their staples, one of their year rounds. Jackie O's. Who cooks for you?
Who cooks for you?
Yeah.
Who cooks for you?
Who?
It's a double dry hopped hazy pale ale.
And delicious. They had released this last summer as a limited release, much like the OPA, which we loved.
Yeah, it was so good.
I could tell how much I loved it Thursday or the day after. I was like, man, I must have really loved it.
Yeah, you did. This one's only 5.5%, so I feel like we can really get down.
Love it even more.
Yeah, and it's, of course, sustainably crafted with purpose because it's Jackie O's.
And we're super excited to announce that Jackie O's is our featured beer for the entire month of April. We have some really great stuff coming up. We have Gym CityCon on April 27th, and we are... I hope you're ready. We're actually taking over Gym CityCon's Instagram. They dropped us the promo. They dropped us the codes and everything.
They're losing their minds over there.
they made us official, we're hosting the drink and draw event. We're co-hosting it. So it's
oh man, we have to.
It's we got to actually be there and be.
I don't
be
know.
Square.
I don't know if they really expect us to be professional.
I don't think anyone does at this point.
I don't think they're we're bringing these guys in because they're real pros.
Here's the thing. I think we keep the EPs long enough to where maybe they're you know what? Well, listen. Oh, it's an hour. Let's just say yes.
Let's keep it going.
Yeah. This long EP thing could be working in our favor. Maybe we should rethink our process.
All right. We are the Glassy Eye Geeks. We invite you to grab something cold in a bottle or can and crack it open and enjoy it with us. Shazam!
Whoa!
Oh man, my shot all over my.
Did you hear me prematurely?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you'd be excited for that Shazam.
I was expecting it. I thought about when you were I'm your host, Matthew Ellis, joined with, or whatever you say when I'm supposed to say my name.
Way to pay attention.
Saying that I was Captain Sparkle Fingers. This can looks like Captain Sparkle Fingers.
Yeah, it's pretty sparkly.
Yeah.
I did a Chelsea pour.
Yeah.
Oh.
Dude, he has not even lacquered that table.
The only reason I had to lacquer this one because last week you were literally just pouring beers all over the place.
I was trying to go for a record and I didn't get it.
Caleb, man, what are we going to be talking about?
Well, I have a question first. Do
Let's
you
hear it.
know where the naming of this can of this beer comes from?
No, did you look it up?
Yeah.
Hit us with the beer formation, dude.
Okay,
Don't just.
It doesn't have beer formation. But did you know an owl, its morning duet is called a Who Cooks For You? It's their song they do.
Wait, what?
Wow. It's a delicious beer.
It is a delicious beer, and that's
that was
a great
delicious
story.
little fun fact from the
Really
producer.
delicious
Well,
little nugget.
I looked it up hoping for the beer facts, and it was a whole bunch of owls, and I was so confused.
So it's a dance they do? A song
It's
and
a
dance?
song, a call.
That's why the producer's here.
It's a barred
He knows
owl.
it all.
I've said it before.
Learn something new every day.
The producer's here to make us sound much smarter than we really are,
and to drop
keep
those
us
fun facts.
and to drop those fun facts. The more you know. Mm-hmm. The more you know. My man, what are we going to be talking about?
The movie Shazam.
That's true.
Yeah, I'm excited. A little
Isn't
Zachary
DR.
Levi.
Dude, it
Little
was
Mark Strong.
It was cute.
Yeah, it was cute. Cute demons.
I love that part.
Cute demons.
Caleb, why
The
don't
cutest.
you throw your glass, that owl, right up in the camera? Going to be letting the people know.
Oh man, I had the lame side out.
Oh, don't you ever call Jackie
I was
O's
gonna say
lame.
the name is sweet.
Well, yeah, but I mean, compared like this side,
You just like animals.
versus this
To the
owl
owl.
is sweet.
That's right. We're going to have Firing Up tomorrow.
No, we have the C2E2 giveaway going up tomorrow.
Okay.
We can do whatever you guys want. What would you rather do?
I don't know. I don't even do the socials stuff anymore. I just get on Twitter and like blow up people's accounts with like, hey,
You're
look
so
at me.
good at that, though.
Look at me.
You're like a Twitter stalker for the whole entire world.
Yeah, sorry.
The more comments you make.
The more attention you demand, the more you get, typically.
Yeah, that's how I've lived most of my life.
Fair enough.
Before we jump into this episode, we want to just give a huge shout out to all our patrons, everybody who is supporting us over on Patreon. You can link over there from heroesbythepint.com. You can also link over to our web store. The producer worked really hard on that. We have some really great t-shirts up there. He actually has the inventory now, so it'd be less of him griping at us.
Yeah.
Which will be so nice.
And we have stickers, buttons, and the hoodies. Check it out. Really great stuff. It's spring. It's hoodie weather.
Spring, yeah.
That's right. And you can also link over to anywhere you prefer to stream your podcast services and find us on all of our social media platforms. Now, enough of the business.
Enough of the business.
I'm not coming in as high as you are on Shazam. I think I'm hitting it with like a 2.5, 3 bottle caps.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think it was any better or worse than Captain Marvel.
Yeah, but you gave Captain Marvel like a 4 because the chick was hot.
No, I gave it a 2.5, and then Caleb talked me into a 3 because of Brie Larson. I said, okay.
I thought I talked you into like a 4.
Maybe by the end of the
I don't know.
episode.
I think
I'd hit it with like a 3.5 or 4. It was really fun. I laughed a lot, and I love demons. So kind of had like everything that checks my boxes. Like demons, check. Humor, check.
I think they took a lot of cop outs during the movie, so I'm gonna go with 3.
What? I had seen it at the local theater here in Delaware, Ohio, the Strand, Tuesday night. About 10 to 15 people in there. So and in a small theater, but all of the jokes fell flat. I think I was the only person that was laughing loud at moments. And thinking back to it, there's nothing that I'm like, oh, I remember. I laughed at that. Like thinking back, I'm like, I laughed at the Magic 8 Ball part. I remember, and
I just laughed about something that happened in my brain. I'm on a lot of cough medicine. We were at the theater, and the guy next to us was like laughing at everything, which I was too. So I felt like I was in good company. But then, because I was sick, I sneezed. Do you remember this?
Yeah.
And he's like, from like 6 seats down, he's like, "Bless you."
In the middle of the
And
movie.
I, like, without missing a beat, am just like, "Thanks." And Caleb was sitting there like, "What?"
I think the part that threw me off starting the movie is I was like, is this Shazam or Kazam? Because I saw the Black Wizard, and I'm like, is this a Kazam remake?
It is.
Or is this Shazam?
Yeah.
Or is this like the prequel? Is that Shaquille O'Neal? That's what kind of threw me off at the beginning.
Understandable.
Isn't that isn't that actor also like the Asgardian gatekeeper?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Right?
Yeah.
I should know these facts.
If
but
not, it's like his brother.
Right.
I think that's who that is. Like he's now in both Marvel and DC.
It was fun. It was all right. I don't know. I guess I have I've reached my capacity for like superhero films in the sense where like I'm tired of like the origin story superhero film trying to figure out all his powers and
I mean, it was cute the way they did it, and it was, it's like YouTubing all of it. I thought that was cute, coupled with demons, which are scary. I felt like it was a good balance. But we were talking, it wasn't really like like an origin story for him so much as the villain.
Yeah.
Like it felt more like they told his story than Captain Sparklefinger's story.
Well, I'll say this too, man. I think maybe Marilyn made the right choice because Billy Batson was kind of a pain in the ass. You know,
he was like,
she's kind of like, oh, here's that toy that you didn't want.
take this compass
and get out of
lost,
here.
kid.
Oh, it's so messed up.
Marilyn was like really kind of a piece of shit.
I mean, I don't know. You know, it looks like she had her life together. It looks like she was working, getting ready for a shift at Target.
Denny's.
Working. I mean, she's doing the best she can. You
I
know,
knew that voice. Marilyn, who is it?
I like when he
It's
goes.
nobody.
I like when he goes. That wasn't Dad, was it?
I know, like what? No, kid,
no.
look at her. She's a mess, dude. Yeah, that part was like, it was pretty sad.
The depressing. That was real depressing.
yeah, that was.
A little orphan kid just trying to reach out to his mom.
I know, and me being the person
Here
who
we go,
I
here we
am,
go.
I was like, I had to stand up in the theater. I was like, you think you got it bad? Let me tell you. And then I gave him like my laundry list of
Right.
like, you know, rough
Like,
childhood.
you didn't have a group home.
Right.
You didn't have superhero siblings.
Right. I'm like, oh, wow, you had a foster home
Yeah,
with
you
a
can-
microwave?
You can run at the speed of light.
Awesome.
Too. Like,
One day, me and Caleb are just going to have to sit down and do the whole like Deadpool thing.
yeah.
It's like, I got evicted. And I'd be like, man, you had an apartment. My God, it's so nice.
Not anymore.
Yeah. I wondered if you had any orphan jokes.
How did you feel about Zachary Levi? You think he did a good job? You think it was like... This is going to sound dumb. I felt like the depiction of him from The Kid, like... I don't know. It sounds so dumb because like they didn't look anything alike, and I get
No.
it. The one is like a 14-year-old kid, and then like it wasn't like viable to me. Where I'm like, oh, they're the same person.
Like,
But
that looks like
The siblings kind of looked like who they were,
yeah,
Kind of.
whereas they weren't.
Except not really. Like, you know, like the kid that's trying to get swole, that like chubby dude.
who
That's
is
the
it?
joke. Because
I mean, I know, but like he didn't even have like the same features.
Who is?
he's fat.
Yeah, I mean, he wasn't chiseled. Who was the youngest daughter?
The youngest one?
Was it Danielle?
Who played her?
I think.
I don't know.
Not who played her, just her name. Because like whoever the adult actress was who played her when she was in like the superhero role was nailing it.
Yeah,
man.
she
Like,
was.
when she was like, "What I really want for Christmas."
Yeah, she did kill it. Yeah.
She was cute for sure.
Well, and I was thinking too. Oh, I missed my cue.
What?
I didn't want to announce him as the producer. I wanted to announce him as the mini manager. He's like my mini manager.
He is.
I'm glad we didn't introduce me that way.
Because
That's
like
how I
that
introduced you
part
from now
was
on.
like funny where they're
That
like,
part was
she's
funny.
like, why are you hanging out with this kid? And he's like, well, he's like my manager. And he's like my mini manager. Like just like,
That's you and
when he calls
Caleb.
that lady old.
yeah.
Yeah.
Normal age lady.
She's like, we're like the same age.
By the way, Darla is the youngest.
Darla. Yeah.
Darla.
The actor's name is Megan Good.
She should be in the
The
Flash.
adult.
The adult is Megan Good.
Okay.
She had,
the
like-
little girl is Faith Herman.
Well, they both were like crushing it
Yeah.
really hard, but Mrs. Good was incredible when she was in like the superhero role. She was
Yes.
so funny. But that also is like one thing. I don't know a lot about Shazam. They did tie into some lore. Some of the books I've read where Shazam makes an appearance. I read a Justice League run, and he had like, you would like love him. He has this like crazy emo hair, and he's
would
just
love
like
him.
yoked up, you know. And then also, what I love what they did with all his siblings or his foster siblings in the movie is when they all became superheroes as well. Is that's kind of in like Flashpoint. So when Flash goes back in the Flashpoint book and in the movie, he, screws up the entire timeline because he's Barry Allen, and that's what he does.
That's all he does.
Yeah.
The timeline's always screwed up.
Right.
Thanks, Barry.
He's like, how can I make some more trouble?
He's the worst, dude. Like, I get so sick of it.
So, but in that iteration, Shazam was 5 kids, but they all had to say Shazam at the same time, and they became the one individual.
Yeah.
So it was kind of cool to see them tie into some of that comic book lore.
Caleb knows like the whole origin story, and it's intense.
I mean, I don't know all of it. I watched some YouTube videos because I obviously am a Marvel guy.
It's insane.
It's insane. Like, did you know that he sold more comics back in the day?
He saved comics.
Yeah.
But it also makes sense because back in the day, where we're talking like 1960.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
I believe, like, it makes sense. Who read comics in 1960? Kids.
Yep.
So who would you, as a kid, identify more with? Superman, who is an adult working as a news writer,
Right.
or a kid,
Who's a secret superhero?
right, who says Shazam, and then like boom, you're like the almightiest. So like
that feels realistic.
yeah, for a kid,
For a kid,
for
yeah.
a kid's gonna be like, oh man, this kid's like somebody's bullying him and taking his lunch money,
Right.
and giving him a suitcase wedgie.
And he's like standing up for people and being and he's like a kid that's like, not like so far on the outskirts of society yet. Like he's still like pure of heart. He's still a good kid,
I'm just glad that the law never got a hold of Kazam, like down in that layer, because that really seemed like some pederast stuff. Because he was like,
Hold my staff.
yeah, even he was strictly like bringing in like young kids.
Yeah.
It was like,
yeah, that was problematic.
there's like nobody you could find that's just like returned a lost wallet who you were like, they seem
That's
pretty stand up.
I like lost it when he's like, put your hands on my staff. And he was like, gross. Like, I just died. He's like, now say my name. He's like, I don't know your name, dude.
Right.
We just
We
met.
just met.
That was another great part too, when he turns all of his foster siblings into the heroes as well. He's like, say my name, and they're like, Billy. He's like, no, the name I say when I do this.
It was so funny.
There were good parts. There were good parts. I got to say, I'm like probably a third of the way through Aquaman.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it a little bit more.
I wish we'd have covered it, to be honest, because it was pretty funny.
The only part so far that, like, watching it where I have a huge issue with Aquaman, and we'll jump back into Shazam in a second, is the octopus playing the damn bongos when they're getting ready to fight. That's the one thing where I'm like, is
It's
this
like some
the
Little Mermaid shit.
Yeah. Is Sebastian gonna roll down? He's like,
I just felt
under
like-
the sea, under the sea. Like, that was the part. I was like, this, come
Dude,
on.
speaking of which, there's like some epic Twitter. You're a big tweeter. Water, whatever. You're on Twitter.
You're a big twat.
Yeah, well, you know I'm a
Lindsay
twat.
Lohan is like all pissed off because they gave the girl from Glee the lead as Ariel for the live action movie they're going to do with the Little Mermaid, and not her.
Did you
She
see
felt like
back
she
in-
was the obvious choice?
She is the obvious choice. Did you see back when she was like petitioning to be Batgirl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm all about it, dude.
Dude, she's crazy.
Yeah, that's the pot and the kettle coming from you.
Dude, I'm not trying to play Ariel.
Well, I mean,
Ariel.
yet. I
Yeah,
mean,
give it time.
right. That's what I'm just saying. As we continue to grow, you're going to be like, you know what? I'm getting into movies.
I just love that she's like, screw that girl. They should have picked me. What were they thinking?
I mean, would you expect anything else from Lindsay
From Lilo?
Lohan? Yeah.
Oh, Lilo. No.
Yeah. Got it locked
She should
down.
have
Like,
played Mira.
Lindsay. Yeah, I still have issues with Mira's hair is just absurdly
So ridiculously red.
And it wasn't that red. And that was another issue I was taking with Aquaman. I promise we're jumping back on Shazam. But
He's
like,
only watched a third of it.
but all of this is taking place after Justice League. I feel like most of, like,
Oh.
Yeah, because like Mira comes and she's like, "You defeated Steppenwolf. You need to return to Atlantis and be the king." And he's like,
Nah.
"Nah, dog." Yeah.
Not really feeling it. He like crushes a beer.
How much?
Throws the can in the ocean.
When we were watching Batman '89 and we were talking about how much money they spent on fedoras, how much money do you think they spent on Guyliner for Momoa and Aquaman?
I feel like that's just
that's
his eyes.
No, dude. There is like a lot of like he's got that smoky
he's got a lot
eye.
of guyliner on. I thought that's just like his look, you know. He's born with it. Maybe he's made with it.
Yeah, Guyliner is a look. Yeah. I mean,
maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe it's Maybelline. So Shazam. Let's get back into it.
You asked me what I thought of him. He was uncomfortably like
body shaming.
No, I don't. I mean, I liked his muscles and everything, but like,
how much of it do you think was the suit? Like, I would have liked to seen
a lot.
Like, you think it was like
ridiculous.
A big padded suit? But
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Like his head looked bigger than
He's
typical.
got a big. I thought about that. He's got a pretty big head, and his jaw was like too jaw-like. Like he just looked too perfect. I didn't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like my guys like that.
Yeah, he was.
So I feel like I think he was definitely like a squeaky clean choice, and that's what they were going for. But I'm with you. Like the kid looked a little more like scrappy.
Is Shazam supposed to kind of Tom Hanks the shit where he's still like, because the wizard says like you have the wisdom of Solomon. That dude had no wisdom.
No wisdom at all.
Right. So I feel like at that point you turn into Shazam and you're like,
I'm a genius.
Yeah, like
I can fly.
Right. I got this.
You at least like, I don't know. He was definitely not smart.
I think it takes away like the fun if he just all of a sudden knows his power.
No, I
sure.
agree. I guess I would like to see a superhero movie, especially in the climate we're at now. I would almost like to see them start and then work in reverse. So like you have like Ben Affleck for a perfect example. Like you have this grizzled Batman and now they're talking about going younger. Like to see him and then maybe have him like, in a rest home talking about like,
like Bubba Hotep.
Right. Like this is like what made me, I don't know.
Like
I would
dementia.
like to.
He doesn't remember Alfred's name.
I would like to see them work in reverse or something.
Yeah.
Even with like, now that Spider-Man, I'm blanking on his name.
Tom Holland.
Now that Tom Holland Spider-Man's have come out, like we haven't had an origin story with it, but he's still so very young. But if they did an older Spider-Man and then they went back and did another origin story with I would be more okay with that than like always watching the origin stories for these like starting.
I do think that what they're doing with Spider-Man is better since they didn't just like try to relaunch him. They made it cheesy and kind of skipped steps.
Yeah.
So I think they are doing the right thing there. I don't think they'll do go back.
Right.
At the end of the day, at least it's refreshing and not the same. He got bit by a spider.
Yeah, I like going through, and Shazam is a character not a lot of people know about.
Yeah, like
you went. I think one of my favorite parts of Shazam is the white cape and the hoodie.
Dude, he looked ridiculous.
The hoodie is like sweet.
It's so bad.
The hoodie?
I just thought the whole getup looked cheesy.
There's like
I liked that about it because I thought the whole movie was like just a little cheesy.
In the Justice League run that I had read, I had bought this Justice League where it's about Prometheus and obviously Ollie Queen's in it, Green Arrow.
There it is.
Yeah. And he murders Prometheus at the end, which was like my favorite part. And that's why I bought it, because it was like, Ollie Queen, who's very much like Batman, like we don't kill. Well, Prometheus had taken control of Shazam, and Shazam kills Speedy or Arsenal, whatever you want to call him. And then Ollie Queen like
loses it.
Yeah, and murder. And I was like,
Murder.
But like,
yes,
it was
murder.
Shazam is wearing like his cape.
Cloak.
It just comes off of one shoulder. It's not like a cape at all. It's just like this
It's
like a
like
Roman, like
Yeah,
a sash. It's a
yeah,
sash.
yeah.
dude, he's a
It's-
fancy superhero.
It's really fancy.
He seems like he'd be getting mani-pedis.
Oh, for sure.
Just-
like on the reg.
Right, just
Not
that
like a
kind of
special
hero.
occasion mani-pedi.
It's Thursday.
Thursday, margaritas and pedicures. He's a mimosa drinker.
He's a brunch girl.
Yeah.
The part that I thought that they really missed out on, and it was still pretty good, but the Santa at the end.
Oh, yeah.
If it would have been the fucker right in the pussy guy. Have you ever seen that on
Yeah.
YouTube?
Yes.
No, maybe.
It's this crazy wacko dude that grabs like the microphone from a news lady and says,
And
a whole bunch of
yeah,
obscene
but he's
stuff.
also gotten interviewed by so he's puts on all these disguises and they're like, "You were here, sir. What did you see?" And he's like, "Well, I was over here watching, and then this guy fucked her right in the pussy."
Oh, God.
And on live newscast. And the best one I had ever seen was some young lady, and this newscaster's doing a roadside report, and she sees him, and she comes running, and she grabs the mic, and she's like, "Fuck me right in the pussy!" And
Oh, my God. It would have been better if it was Billy Bob Thornton.
yeah, you got to look at the fucker right in the
I've
pussy
never
guy.
seen that.
It's insane. It's insane.
That guy has too much free time, really, because he's just chasing news channels.
Yeah. He says, how are you just around? Unless you are the one causing the crime, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna return to the scene. No one's gonna expect the guy who's a YouTube sensation that's always on site.
He might have a police scanner.
You think that's it?
Yeah.
That's too easy. That's too easy.
Yeah.
He's
It's a
robbing
free-
liquor stores.
It's a
not
free
doing-
app that
Right.
you can download.
I got one thing to say.
What? Shazam?
No.
Oh. I thought you were about to morph.
Cans. Beer cans in my hand. Beer cans in my hand. Beer cans in my hand.
How long did you plan that?
I just thought of it.
We all know that's a damn lie,
That
Ellis.
was so bad.
What are you talking about?
Dude, what did you think of when they went in and bought the beer?
I like these some of your finest. What did he say? Alcoholic beverages or
Finest, alcoholic
beer or something, and then it's PBR
It was
and Bud Light.
Heineken.
Right.
Oh man. And then they're
You didn't like-
You're
you didn't
welcome
like
for
when he
not
was
getting
like-
robbed.
When
You
he's,
did-
when
you
he's standing in front of a guitar case,
Yeah, you didn't like when he's out there. It was Eye of the Tiger, and he's like, hands, lightning from my hands.
No, I mean I got
lightning
it.
from my
I
hands.
liked your joke. But I mean
You want to quarterback me, my man?
oh.
hold on.
No, you're drinking slow tonight. You're the worst when you're sick.
I know.
I need to. You want the same thing?
Yeah. We're drinking on that Jack Yo's
Let's just.
Alley-oop. Oh.
each and every
Like a
time.
laser. It's not a baby, dude. Just open it.
The table's lacquered. You're good.
The table is lacquered
Yeah.
now. We're ready.
No worries.
Yeah, no sweat when
Yeah.
Chelsea pours a beer.
I don't know. I liked his character. I thought it was very believable that he was a child.
How do you feel that it's
I
going
like the piano part too, where he almost had a big moment. And then
Oh,
didn't.
and that was
You know that was
nice.
on purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because Big was filmed or based in Philadelphia.
Yeah.
Right.
You struggle
So-
busting over there?
No. I'm gonna get it fixed here. Yeah, so that
New
part was
equip.
nice.
Yeah.
When he starts to run and then the villain comes charging at him.
Yeah.
He's got to take off.
Yeah, that was cute.
There was a whole bunch of references to other movies and the comics and stuff. They did a really good job about it.
I thought
Well,
they did
and
a
they
really
did
good
it-
job with the lore, and the villain was good. Shout out to Mark Strong.
The
Bald eagle.
baldness, The bald eagle.
He's a great villain, man. He is a villain in Sherlock Holmes. Mm-hmm. And
I
then
didn't know that.
yeah, the Downey Jr., Sherlock Holmes. Yeah, he is one of
Yeah.
the villains. I can't remember if it was the first or second one. And then he was in Kingsman. He's a great character. He's a good actor. I like that dude.
Yeah,
He's a good egg.
He was in Low Winter Sun. That was a really underrated like detective show on AMC. It was like it was based in Detroit. So it was like good. He was like a dirty cop. Dirty cop.
Oh, there's a Nick Cage movie we gotta watch. What is it?
I was actually just wanted to bring this up. I was like, when can we
There
do
it
it?
is.
When can we do another Nick Cage movie?
I really
'Cause,
think
like,
we should just make this. We should do what my friend and I are doing with Jeff Goldblum. We got on Internet Movie Database and we printed off his entire list of every appearance he's ever had, and we're going through them all.
There's
We could
so
do that
many,
with Nick
dude.
Cage. It's like 7 pages.
Did you see someone recently like spliced it all together and they're like if the Avengers were filmed in like
Yeah.
the 90s and Goldblum was like the Hulk? Yeah. And they like cut all this stuff from like Jurassic
Jurassic Park,
Park.
yeah.
And it was like perfect. And then like Elijah Wood was Spider-Man. Tom Hanks was Captain America.
Naturally.
It was really
It
good.
would be
They did
sweet.
Tom Cruise was
Tom Cruise, that was it.
he was Captain America.
Yeah, I said Tom Hanks. I apologize.
I feel like it was better the other way.
Tom Hanks would rock a mean dad bod Captain
He
America, though.
would. Like, could they do the old Avengers and like?
And then he goes running like Woody. He's like, I'll say that. Open it up. I don't know if it was that or Dumbo, but I had seen the trailer for the new Toy Story.
yeah.
It doesn't look as good as the old Toy Stories.
They
I'm
should
just
have
saying
ended
that.
on the last one. It made people cry.
That one was so sad.
You
Oh
walked
God,
out of
that
the
was
park,
sad. No one can cry. Like no one
Dude.
cannot cry. Like
Yeah.
I always tell everyone
That was
this,
the
but
ending.
the saddest part for me wasn't when they're holding hands about to be incinerated, because whatever that happens to toys. But when Andy's mom, the whole beginning of the movie, she's like, "Let's go, pack your room, college," and he's like, "Okay, geez," and then he finally like gets everything packed up, and she walks in to like ask him if he's packed yet. And she walks in and she's like, "Andy, have you?" And she stops and like takes a breath and puts her hand on her chest because his whole room is empty.
oh yeah,
And that part, man,
yeah, that's
I get
sad.
weepy just thinking about it.
Yeah, it's sad.
It's
That's
so
sad.
sad.
My buddies, I posted a picture today. They, the Bribing Senators, the band out of Dayton, they had this song. It would like seeing them play it live because we'd like go out on the road with them, and it's all about like a father whose daughter's like a teenager who's like leaves,
Yeah.
goes live with her mom. And it's like it's a tearjerker,
Sad,
dude.
dude.
And
It's
my
like that
buddy,
Kenny Chesney song.
yeah, my buddy can like wail, dude. He hits this note. I'm about to try it.
Dear God.
All right, I'm ready.
I can't try. It's something else, but
to try. Oh, but is it Bad Lieutenant, the Nick Cage movie?
that's one of them.
Where he plays like a crooked cop.
Yeah.
He's like doing cocaine all the time.
Yeah, well, did I show you Dog Eat Dog with William Dafoe? That one was shot.
I
in
love
like,
William Dafoe.
That one was shot in like Shelby, Ohio, so he was like
We
that
have
close.
to see that.
I'm gonna go with you guys didn't enjoy Shazam that much since you just went like off the rails. Like it's
I
over.
mean, it was good.
Here's the one thing I can say when I was watching Shazam. Chairs at the Strand were comfortable, but you know what?
It was 2 hours and 12 minutes.
They weren't as comfortable as that bed at the Red Roof Inn.
That's absolutely true.
That's right. And that's why we are budget heroes. And that's why we are coming at you, Dayton, Gym City Con. We're going to be staying at the Red Roof Inn.
Snoozing it up.
That's right. Budget hero style, because we ain't no dummies.
We're saving that money.
We're saving.
There it is. I love the pause. She's like, oh, fuck, what is it?
Caleb almost leaned in to be like, I got to say it. I'm gonna have to pick up her slack. We are not going to be victims any longer to villainous price gouging hotels. Be a budget hero like the glassy-eyed crew. We're coming at you, Dayton, Ohio, Gym City, April 27th. And then shortly after that, we're going to be in Huntington, West Virginia.
For Tricon.
Tricon. We are the featured podcast. And, wow.
We're going to try it up.
we're going to try to be sober or as drunk as possible.
Probably
Professional.
something in between. Caleb goes, professional. No, wrong. That's not at all
Not
what we're
get
going
kicked
for.
out.
I love
That's definitely what we're going for. is
I
not
love
getting
some
kicked out.
of our good friends like Bob Sally before he just gets on. He's like, "Are you guys just always drunk?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah. I mean, it's the
podcast.
Right.
yeah, that is in the job description."
I also felt like when we went to C2E2, one of the first things that Garrett Gunn asked us was like, "Are you guys wasted?" And we're like, "No."
No.
And he was like, "Are you guys sick?"
Yeah, and we're like, you can tell we're not wasted because we're not that much fun.
Yeah, we were just like, "What's up?" And we're here. Where's the beer?
We're here. And we had to take out a second mortgage to get drunk at C2E2.
Yeah.
That is true. I am
Dude,
still
and then
paying
Sean's
that
over
down.
here.
Right.
Yeah. Sean's over here dropping hints about keeping secret coolers.
Oh, yeah.
Genius.
We got some plans for
I feel like you
Yeah.
shouldn't say it on the podcast if it was secret.
He said it already.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
I mean,
Do
we're
not
gonna
listen to the cast, Caleb.
get some
I live it.
I live it. You live it, and then I live it, and I edit it.
And I listened to it.
And I've listened to it also. That was a good one. Sean was
It was
fun.
good.
Support Scarlet Huntress. You probably have a couple of days to jump on that Kickstarter.
That's right.
A lot of really great Kickstarter content out there, and Scarlet Huntress is one we are super proud to be backing. So get out there, check out Sean Forney's Scarlet Huntress. Any more Shazam you want to jump into? It was good. Go see it.
The
It
only
was
time
cute.
I'll
It was
ever
fun.
promote something.
Don't take your kids.
That's true. Only time I'll ever promote the DC channel. Go watch Shazam: Return of the Black Adam.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been wanting
Catch
to
you up
watch
on
that.
Yeah. That
Watch
it's like
that,
45 minutes.
and then you'll know a lot of the lore references in the movie.
I mean, even like all the different tiger references and
Oh, you
stuff
gonna
like
steal
that.
my lore reference I told you about?
Yeah, he told me all about this. He's like, they did a really good job of making sure that like there were multiple moments where he had the tiger sticking out of his backpack. The little girl, he like gives the tiger. He asks his mom for the tiger. That's all like.
And like Nick
Part
Cage's T-shirt in the
Yes.
Mandy movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're
All
actually
connected.
all connected.
Same universe.
Same universe. Yeah.
I recently on the DC network or app, whatever. I just recently watched the Dark Knight Returns, the animated,
Yeah.
Okay.
like 1 and 2. It's pretty good, man.
It's pretty
I'm
good.
kind of like I jumped back. I
Is
paid
Killing
for it.
Joke on there yet?
Killing Joke is not,
No.
but there is flashpoints on there,
Yeah.
and some other good ones. Obviously, a lot of Batman ones.
Because you
but
know
they're like-
that's what the new Joker movie is like based off of.
It's the Killing Joke.
Killing
Yeah.
Joke, because he's like a deadbeat comedian. That like obviously it's not based off that one because there's no Batman in the whole
Right.
But that's like a lot of his backstory comes from the Killing Joke in
Yeah.
that series.
Yeah, I'm interested to see where, and we're going to review it. There's so much stuff like right now coming out because our next episode after this is going to be Hellboy.
Yep.
We also are going to get to the theater
Then Endgame.
in game. Make sure anybody where you can get out to the theater and support Source Point Press's Rotten Tail. It's in theaters here April 12th. It premieres on a lot of independent theaters across the nation. It's coming to Columbus, so we're going to go
Just
see
in
it.
time for Easter.
That's right. That's right. And they had the red carpet. It looked so awesome. We couldn't make it, which was so sad.
And they dropped the trailer for Nora
Yeah. Yeah.
at the Rotten
They
Tail
did? I
premiere.
didn't
Yeah.
see it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
SourcePoint has a lot of great stuff coming up, and they have Us, which is like the other end of the spectrum. Not great stuff, but
You mean excellent
right.
content?
But they gave us a promo code.
That's
so-
right.
Yeah.
Speaking of promo codes,
We have 2 now.
yeah, quick shout out to some of our sponsors. SourcePoint Press, as always, so much love to them. Garrett Gunn, Casey, Bob Sally, Tony Wright, everybody over there. Travis McIntyre, everybody who has taken care of us from SourcePoint Press. When you're checking out over there, hit them with that promo code.
HBTP.
That's right. And when you head over to Vault Comics to get some fly Vault Comics gear, posters, all the merch you need from them, hit them with that promo code.
HBTP.
That's it.
Good
Yeah.
guess. Good guess.
Look at me.
At
Off
Sor-
the cuff.
At
dude.
Source Point Press, you will be getting 20% off of each and every order. And at Vault Comics for the next 6 months, you will be getting 15% off of your total order.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. We're going to have that Tubby promo code coming at you very soon.
Our
It's-
favorite beverage holders.
Caleb's like, here, this.
Your hands covered it up, dude.
Dude.
He's like,
Vanna White it.
Yeah.
yeah, you have to.
I didn't get a cup.
You can
so.
put smoothies in here.
Oh, don't do that.
You can
Don't
put
do
beers
that.
in here. You can put.
Just beer. Just beer.
It's good for.
I'm pretty sure
No.
I'm pretty sure on their website it's for any liquid.
Yeah. Have you
See-
done your research?
I have. And I've actually spoken
Then you'd
with
see kids drinking juice.
the
out of these.
creator
You
of
have?
Tubby.
Oh.
And he said,
Are you gonna name drop or
no, he said when they
Are
initially
you guys homies?
when they initially started marketing, they marketed it as the everything glass. He's like, you can eat ice cream out of it. You can do
Can
everything.
eat ice cream
It would
out of
be
it.
a great ice cream
It would be
glass.
a great ice cream glass. What?
Yeah, their main picture used to be a root beer float.
Oh, it's
But
honestly
he
so
said
smart.
their biggest clientele has been like the craft beer market. So they
yeah.
and he said like that everything glass just kind of confused people as to like
Okay, well, buy it for beer and then have a root beer float in it.
right, buy it for
Or
beer,
you
go
could
get a
put-
pint of ice cream.
You could get like a porter and
Ooh,
get
what-
some ice cream.
What was that coffee porter we had that one time? That would have been a good root beer float one.
Sounds
Get
delicious.
creative,
it was from
people.
Wolf's Ridge.
Yeah.
The coffee porter from Wolf's Ridge.
That cherry cord, like whatever that one was. That was good.
Are one of our most recent beer sponsors.
We are killing brain cells over here.
Well, I mean,
Dude, I did a double dose of NyQuil last night.
it's part of the job. I mean, do you guys remember the interview process where you handed me your resume and I was like,
no, I was drunk.
No,
Like-
actually,
let me see here.
Actually, I think I interviewed you because you
Sick.
just picked me up at a bar.
Also
I
picked me
served
up
you at a
bar.
bar, and you were like, "Hey,
Don't make it sound
you
creepy.
know-
It was like I was like, put your hand on my shaft. Say my name.
Caleb was like, gross.
He's like, oh, you do a podcast? Oh, cool.
Dude, all I can think about right now is getting some ice cream.
Well,
in
no,
this Tubby.
have you? That's true. I would like some ice cream. Sounds good as hell.
I know,
Hey,
right?
we're Heroes by the Pint. We could go grab some pints of ice cream.
Hey.
Just sit down.
Hey.
We need an ice
We
cream
can get a
sponsor.
UDF sponsor, dude. We got Jenny's, Graders, UDF. There's choices.
We
cream.
got Chow
New Chow.
Cafe coming at us with the gelato this month.
We're sitting down eating Blue Moon.
We invite you to grab a spoon or a spork.
Cry.
Oh, good.
Might be a better market for it.
Honestly, I think we're gonna only do
Comic.
Nick Cage movies. We're now sponsored by ice cream
And Smart
companies.
Pop.
We just found.
Oh,
it.
did you?
We just found our groove.
Courtney and my wife just recently got a complimentary. I can barely even talk anymore. She just got a complimentary People magazine in the mail.
Okay.
Apparently, Nick Cage was recently just buried for 4 days. I gotta say, a lot of things will count as a successful Hollywood marriage. I
I'm, like,
don't
crying,
think
dude.
I don't think that does. I
I
don't
can't
think
believe you
that
didn't invite
falls
us.
in the parameters of a successful
4 days.
Hollywood marriage.
That's like almost a Britney Spears record.
Yeah, like Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. That was a successful
That
marriage.
was years and years and years.
That was successful. I mean, 4 days. I mean,
He gave it his best shot.
Caleb's been constipated that long before. I'm just saying,
True.
he struggled with a turd that long before.
We all have.
You know? I'm just saying, like 4 days.
That's not very long.
No, that's not even like
That's
getting.
like a holiday weekend.
Yeah, that's essentially like he went to Gym City Con April 27th,
Right.
Dayton, Ohio, stayed at a Red Roof Inn, met the girl of his dreams, and then,
Went home and got a divorce.
yeah. Actually, it sounds pretty
That's
fun.
kind of good.
The fact that you didn't even like put the marriage in, you literally went from meeting to divorce.
Yeah, met the girl of his dreams, got a divorce. Then he married the girl of his dreams for 4 days.
You
Got
know
a
what?
divorce.
You know what would be incredible is if the chick made him sign
A prenup.
a prenup. It's just like, I don't want to take on all your IRS debt. So I'm gonna need you to sign this prenup. He's like, you got like $200,000 in student loan. He's like, but you're millions.
Yeah, less than you.
Yeah. Dude, I feel like we could get Nick Cage on this cast.
I think we couldn't. And with that, we're wrapping up.
Yeah, I think it's a good pot.
I don't think that you...
Wrong podcast.
Right. We've never smoked pot. on this
That'll be
podcast.
a part of the ice cream cast.
All right.
I like how you just blanket statement and be like, we've all never
on this podcast.
Oh, no, never.
Yeah. Not
Straight
on the
and narrow. We're on the
podcast.
straight and narrow right now.
I'm not saying I've never smoked pot. I'm just saying I've never done it on this podcast.
Don't do drugs, kids.
Don't do drugs.
Also,
Don't
if your
drink and
parents
drive.
let you listen to this, they're bad parents.
Yeah, you're probably already doing drugs.
You're definitely doing drugs.
I think that's the only way people listen to our podcast.
Go to rehab, kids. Yeah.
So I think this is a good spot, Zenny, to cash out.
Yeah.
What did we
Rate
come out
that
with?
beer.
Oh, 5. Jackie
Yeah.
O's. Yeah. Jackie O's probably coming in at 5 all month. That OPA.
Jackie O's is my favorite. Oh,
Oh, man. I'm no longer on video.
We're so close.
that's it.
Oh, man.
Jackie O's is my favorite brewery.
Ohio brewery or
Yes.
Wow.
favorite
That's huge.
Brewery.
brewery?
Yeah.
Big words.
It's really hard to say.
Where'd resto come in on there?
I don't
we don't associate.
I don't rate other beers
Oh, okay.
when I'm talking about
Oh.
Jackie.
I'm giving this Jackie O's Who Cooks For You a 5-star.
Yeah, it's a 5-er.
The Heroes by the Pint are getting ready to cash out of this episode. We'd like to remind you one more time, you can support this podcast for as little as $1 a month. You can head over to our website, heroesbythePint.com. Over there, you can click over and check out all of our sponsors. You can get 20% off when you head over to sourcepointpress.com. Hit them with that promo code.
HBTP.
That's right. And you can get 15% off for the next 6 months over at Vault Comics when you hit them with that promo code.
It's HBTP as well.
That's right. And make sure you are always checking out Red Roof Inn when you're on that con circuit, on anywhere you're traveling. You know, just like the heroes do, it is about the destination, not.
I forget this part.
I don't even know this part.
I think you just were trying to do something there. And basically what he's trying to say is like, sleep in your hotel room, but go to the con.
That's right.
Good job, bro.
Save a little bit of money.
That was less catchy, but
What'd you say? It's about the destination, not the...
I don't know that part.
you're not.
And always eat ice cream out of your tubby. Cheers.
It's about the destination, not the vanity mirrors.
I thought that was a positive.
I mean,
It is
yeah,
a
I like
positive.
the
It might not be for your
vanity
shiny
mirrors.
head. Like,
Oh, no. It was
Reflects
even
off
better
everything.
off of my
Yeah,
head,
he
man.
said he never looked better.
I looked like Mark Strong.
Exactly like him.
Yeah.
Or Vin Diesel or something.
Yeah, Vin Diesel. This is the Heroes by the Pint podcast. Over at heroesbythepint.com, you can click over to anywhere you stream your podcast services and also find us anywhere on our social media links. We're sending out a huge cheers to you, our Patreon subscribers, and our listeners. It means so much. Head out to Gym City Con on April 27th, Saturday, April 27th, and catch us at the Warped Wing Drink and Draw doing what we do.
That's what we're going to be doing.
what do we do?
Get
This.
drunk. They're gonna
Just
be
want
like,
to make sure everybody was on the same
they're gonna be
page.
like, "Are you guys recording
Sorry.
tonight?" And we're like, "No, man. We're just like."
Every time you say shout out to our latest Patreons, I just think of John Cuse. I started laughing and I had to like keep it together.
This is the Heroes by the Pint podcast. We are the Glassy Eye Geeks, and we are out.
Should I throw in my tubby? No. Mazel tov.